Hello and welcome to Royal Vibes. The Crown missed out on so much by skipping over Diana's relationship with True Love. The Princess of Wales was involved in two serious relationships before meeting Dodi Al Fayed, but neither were prominently featured in the latest season of The Crown. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Season 5 of The Crown was released earlier this month and viewers have been watching the royal drama unfold. Diana, Princess of Wales, plays a central role in the hit Netflix series as it chronicles the turbulence of the 90s within the House of Windsor. Her relationship with then Prince Charles is breaking down and both are engaging in extramarital affairs. However, while Diana's love interests do appear in the program, they do not play leading roles, a decision that has been questioned by royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. During a conversation with Talk TV presenter Christoph Fufas last week, Ms. Schofield noted the emphasis placed on the Al-Fayed's Dodi and his father Mohammed. I understand why it's important to paint Al-Fayed because we are going to have the introduction of Dodi, she said, but I also don't like how much backstory we are getting there. Speaking on her Dodi for Daily podcast, she mentioned Dr. Hasnat Khan, a heart and lung surgeon from Diana started dating a few years after her separation from Charles. She described him as one of the prince's true deep loves, who in the show is just a flash in the pan. Mr. Fofas interjects to point out the episode which depicts the early stages of Diana's relationship with Hasnat. In a scene the commentator describes as quite beautiful, the princess played by Elizabeth Debicki and Hasnat Humayun Said go to the cinema and share a bag of crisps. Miss Schofield said, well, enjoy it because he's gone. He's gone as quickly as he came, before adding, they missed out so much on our true love there. Diana and Hasnat enjoyed a 2-year relationship after meeting during the summer of 1995. The husband of the prince's friend, Onga Tofolo, was recovering from heart surgery at Royal Brompton, where Hasnat worked at the time. At the time, I was working for Professor Yako, the heart surgeon, and Mr. Tofolo was one of his patients, so I was involved in the medical treatment and care. I first met Diana when I had occasion to speak to Mrs. Tofolo, whose husband was required to stay in the hospital for some time, can record back in 2008. Diana would visit him on a regular basis. From what she had seen during her visits, Diana became very interested in the workings of the hospital. He added that I found Diana very down to earth and she made everyone feel at ease. I did notice she was also very flirtatious with everyone. Over a period of time, we became good friends. Shortly after that friendship evolved into a romance, and by September of that year, the pair were dating. Diana's friend has previously opened up about the royal's relationship with Hasnat, who she nicknamed Mr. Wonderful, in an ITV documentary to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the princess' death. Speaking during Diana, the princess's friend and astrologer, Debbie Frank, said, I think that he was in many ways a real match for her because he was not seeking for himself, he was performing public service, intelligent, interesting, lacking in ego, real. That's the kind of person who was able to show Diana what a real love was. During their 2-year romance, the princess introduced Hasnat to her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Jemina Khan, a close friend of Diana and a former wife of Hasnat's distant cousin, Imran Khan, shared that Diana was madly in love with Hasnat Khan and wanted to marry him, even if that meant living in Pakistan, and that's one of the reasons why we became friends. However, the couple eventually broke up, with Hasnat citing the intense media attention as the reason for the relationship dissolution. My main concern was about us getting married was that my life would be hell because of who she was, Khan explained in his statement to the inquest into her death. I knew I would not be able to live a normal life, and if we ever had children together, I would not be able to take them anywhere or do normal things with them. Richard Kay, who knew Hasnat as well as the princess, told ITV documentary, "It may have been very intoxicating to be close to Diana, but it was also very destabilizing. Hasnat was a very dedicated medical professional who wanted to make a name for himself, working as an NHS consultant. But the idea of being able to do that as the boyfriend of Princess Diana was overwhelming. He just simply couldn't have been able to do this job. And she knew that, and he knew it. She plainly adored her, and she absolutely adored him. And it might have been the most wonderful Mills and Boone happily ever ending." According to Hasnat, in July 1997, Diana called off their relationship, and it was at this time the princess met Dodi Al-Fayed following Diana's death. Hasnat told police that if she were alive today, he thinks they would have remained very good friends, whatever she did and whomever she was with. He continued saying that, "I do not know what Diana was like in other relationships, but she protected me very well, not just from the media, but also from a lot of information. Perhaps she protected me because she thought we had a future together." The princess did have other serious relationships before she met Dodi, including her romance with James Hewitt, the cavalry officer Diana had an affair with during the late 80s. And like her romance with Hasna, the relationship was kept over in the latest season of The Crown. Miss Scofield explained that he was in season 4 towards the end and it was really not touched upon. Maybe you saw 3 seconds of her with him. You did not get the fact that, he trained the boys to ride. He was staying in the house on the weekends and they were calling him Uncle James. They missed out on so much that could have been gone on with James Hewitt. She added that, "I feel like it skipped over James Hewitt, which was very, very serious relationship. So the point where people still to this very day debate whether or not James Hewitt is Prince Harry's father. How do you just skate over James Hewitt?" As a consequence of James' romance with Diana, it has been frequently speculated that he could be the father of Harry, with many citing a resemblance between the two, noting their red hair. In particular, James has, uniformly denied these claims. Similarly, Mr. Fofas insisted he too does not believe the rumor, saying, "Harry is looking more like Charles every day, and he is the absolute image of Prince Philip at a similar or maybe slightly younger age. So I think certainly when he was growing up, people could look at him and wonder, but how? But now he is the absolute image of his father and his grandfather." The Talk TV presenter then asked the royal commentator whether there wasn't enough drama in the relationship between Diana and James to be depicted on the program. "Oh my gosh, there wasn't enough drama?" Miss Caulfield questioned sarcastically. The breakup, and he writes Princess in Love admits to this affair before the Panorama interview. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.